Morning, friends. Welcome to the farm. I'm enjoying the sunrise. It's a beautiful day. It's so chill here on the veranda. I had the dogs on the couch. I need to get the mud on the couch. Diesel's having a little crash on that side. Sure. So, I had a video go out yesterday. The one about Nota. Some little convict, ex-convict, I don't know, jailbird, rapist, whatever. This oak, I said a few things about him, and because he insulted a race, he went very racist, and he like really belittled the race, the white people mainly. He also, in his same podcast, he insulted Zuma's daughter in a bad way. He said to her that he was talking about her being soft towards abuse, and I thought, gee, you just got out of jail for rape, and you're talking like that. He obviously is not rehabilitated. To me, that is a person that is not fit to be in human society, and should be locked away again until he changes his ways. Like Nelson. Nelson was locked away until he changed his ways, and they let him out. What concerns me the most, and it's things that had to be brought to light, was of the hundreds of comments, because on different platforms react differently. Facebook, there was no real reaction at all, which is what I expected. But TikTok, TikTok exploded. I got like, I don't know, 16,000 views in a 24-hour period, and hundreds of comments, and 90% of the comments are racial hatred being spewed out, and it was all, well, we touched the face of whiteness, and when you're leaving, and he's telling the truth. You guys are a terrible race, and gosh, it was like major insults. It was racial insults all the way through, and I'm like, yes. If ever there was a time that I thought that we are racially divided, it's now. And I never, my whole life, even when I was a policeman, I worked with blacks, and we had a common goal, and we worked together. We didn't see it as a white-black thing, whereas the rest of the world did. We were doing our jobs. Now, due to politics, because the comments that come up are comments that I've heard Julius Malema say, and some of these other politicians. Obviously Nota as well, but he's a nobody. But the comments that I'm hearing is stuff that have been blurted out these rallies, and you can see that these politicians should be held accountable for their words, because if they're inciting violence like that, and this now is also inciting violence, and it's racial hatred, and we've got a lot of racial laws in our country. There should be one that prohibits people from being racist towards each other, and if there is, why are people not charged? How can Penny Sparrow go to jail for saying one word, and another person can say terrible things, sentences of hatred spewed out of his mouth, and nothing's done? I got called last night by a friend, and he said, no, listen, you can't send me viral on Twitter. I was like, okay, here we go. So Twitter, I don't have an account there, so I'm gonna have to get an account so I can see what's going on. So if any of you got Twitter and you see me pop up there, tell me what's going on there, what kind of comments are flying around. But sure, it's interesting to see how full of hatred and racial divide we are, and the only thing I can attest it to is politicians, and politicians do it for one reason only, and that's for votes. So South Africa, watch out who you vote for. There are some snakes out there, and they don't care what they do to this country. They're not putting South Africa first. And we've always seen that with the ANC. The ANC always put the party first. They don't put South Africa first. They don't put the people first. And what other party puts the people first? The only other party, and I'm going to touch a nerve now, was the Nats. back in the apartheid government, were the only ones. They stepped back and they said, listen, we need to make a collective decision. If we want to take this country forward, either we go into civil war or we give the people what they want. And they gave the people the right to vote. Now, if you tell me that is not putting the country first, then there's something wrong with your head. That was the last time I saw a political party put the country first. The next person that did it was Nelson Mandela, not the party, because his party was all about themselves. But Nelson Mandela put the country first before his own needs. And since then, I haven't seen it. You don't see it in politicians anymore. Everything is just grab, grab, grab. So I could be talking shit. That's how I feel. That's what's on my chest after viewing all this hatred. The devil's in this land in a bad way. Yeah, we need to save this country because Satan's got it by his talons in. People, please, the only way to sort this out is love. All this hatred is not going to do anyone any good. Anyway, that's my Friday morning tip, my 2 cents. This probably won't go viral, but yeah, I hate to say what I want to say. Take care, folks.